It's been a while since I've been using Fujifilm as my main EDC camera and also a tool for street photography. I find the X-T30 size, weight and interchangeable lenses perfect for my documentary needs. Although sometimes I do miss the GR3X as it is much smaller and has superb image quality, still I find the X-T series design and handling much better. I've got used to the GR's 26mm lens, which is the 40mm full-frame equivalent, so having the ability to change the lenses on the X-T30, I quickly set my eyes on Fuji's 27 lens. And boy, my eyes still hurt. I mean, the lens is cool and despite its flaws, it fits the X-T system very nice, but the price is what held me back, especially that Fuji's AF doesn't do it any justice. And that's where I turned to the good old TTartisan's workshop. So the TTartisan did send me the 27 2.8 AF lens for Fuji X mount, and they actually did send me the silver version, although I have the black X-T30 Mark II. So I guess this is going to be the most avant-garde street setup I've ever owned. I've been shooting with TTartisan 27 2.8 for about a month now, and I gotta say, this is one of the best third-party lenses I've ever shot with. This lens is not perfect, by any means, and the image quality is not what you would expect from the Fujinon, but it's a great example of modern vintage lens that we should embrace on today's mirrorless market. The TTartisan 27 2.8 is a fine example that you can do a nice, cheap AF lens with a retro feel that doesn't need too much compromise. Of course, the image quality is not perfect. It is sharp, but with a little softness at the same time, which makes the rendered image kind of film-like, and with a little color grading, it gives the photographs that vintage look that I cannot reproduce on the Fujinon lenses. The lens is made of metal and yet it's very light, thus making the X-T30 combo very lightweight and perfectly balanced. The aperture ring works really well with a satisfying click. And the focus ring, well, I'm not a fan of Fuji's manual wire focusing mode, but I guess it works just fine, and you can use it really easy for zone focusing. And yes, there is a lot of vignetting, as you probably heard of, but it's actually no big deal for me, as it can be removed in post without too much fuss. The AF is okay, not very fast, not always snappy, but okay. I use it mostly in AF-S mode or manual zone focusing, like most of my Fuji lenses, and it works just fine. It's just a fact that Fuji's AF is not their strong side, so I wouldn't blame the lens alone for the AF performance. I just wish it had better minimum focusing distance for that close-up detail shots. This lens is such a nice companion for everyday and street photography, and I really have to admit its design is minimalistic and well constructed. I think TTartisan should stick to this minimalistic, yet a little retro design, instead of throwing lenses that look like each one came from a different designer that just won the Facebook job interview. Sometimes less is more, especially in today's camera market. And of course, I tried shooting portraits with this lens, and well, see for yourself. I've never been more satisfied with a budget APS-C lens, so considering the price you pay for this lens, I gotta say, it's well worth it. Well done, TTartisan. So if you're enjoying this channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing to make it easier for me to make more videos. It's actually very helpful because it's not that easy to make each video. It actually takes some time, it takes some money to get the gear or to rent something if I cannot get it. So the more subscribers and the more reach, it will probably be easier for me to do that. Thank you.